So here I have the interface relay for the digital piano completed. I tested each one of these 7 12-note buffer relay boards as I installed them to make sure I had the sequence right and that everything did work. So hopefully when I wire this into the organ that everything will work as it should. There was a user or a YouTuber that commented on this that I was putting in way too much work, and that there was a retrofit interface board that I could have got from the supplier that designed the original shift register relay that I'm using. As an old ham radio operator who has built a lot of my equipment back in the vacuum tube days, we learn to make do with what we have on hand, and most of the stuff that's on this board here was stuff that I already had. I had it for for quite a few years actually. So I put together with what I had to work with, and buying that interface board, I understand it takes a long time to get one of those, and they're quite expensive. So I did it this way. This was the way I decided to do it. Hopefully this will all work when I get it in the organ. Only time will tell. I have to install it now. Okay, I've got the relay panel all installed, and it's all the MIDI and everything is all connected up. And the first time I tested it, it didn't work. There was nothing, and some of the relays were already pulled in, and that's because the driver board takes clock, sync, and data. Well, the clock and the data, or the sync and the data, were all hooked up correctly, but I had a break in the clock wire. It didn't go all the way back to where it was supposed to go. I had to trace it back, add a splice in there, and apparently my solder connection was faulty. So there you go. I'm sure never gonna, I guess, live without building something without mistakes. Well, it doesn't work right, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Somehow I got the notes out of sequence, even though I tried so hard not to. I'll show you what's wrong at the console. Here we are at the console, and I have the solo 8-foot piano down. So we got, here's 8-foot C. Works fine. And then look at that. So I'm off one note. And somehow I tried so hard not to make that mistake. But there it is. So I've got to fix it. So there you go.